Hello again, YouTubers, Ultimate SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel. Today we have our finale, part 36 of our SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated playthrough video series. So, if you haven't checked out parts 1 through 35, I'll leave a link in the description box below as well as in the iCards above on the top right hand of the screen, where you can go check out the playlist and watch all the videos in this series there. So before we begin, this is actually the first time I'm completing a SpongeBob game project here on the channel, so I'm actually kind of proud of myself for actually following through all the way and completing this series in actually a record time for me as well, because we started this playthrough on June 23rd when the game was first released, and this final video will be going up on July 5th. So it's just about 12 days? Yeah, about 12 days of playthrough on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. And I have plenty of other SpongeBob game playthroughs on the channel as well, none of which I've actually completed so far. So yeah, maybe that's something I will look towards in the future. But anyway, so as you can read from the title, we will be checking out the multiplayer mode as well as the concept art gallery. The concept art gallery is just behind us here, but I want to keep that for the end of the video. So as you can see, we now have 40,000 shiny objects. I had to go farm some extra shiny objects because, you know, this guy here in the tickets booth wants 40,000 shiny objects. So we're gonna keep that for later. Let's go back to the main menu first, and I'm going to go over to the multiplayer option. Okay, so over here, multiplayer, and then we have 5 different options: local multiplayer, host public online game, join online game, host LAN game, and join LAN game. So these two at the bottom are local games. Basically, if you have multiple friends or family with separate switches, you can actually use the LAN game. Or if you have one switch and have multiple Joy-Cons, you can do that too. And over here, I assume this is the local multiplayer. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so we have to have at least two players here, and of course I'm recording this alone, so I have to host a public online game. And then of course, if you already have a friend or family member that's not in close proximity, but you guys have Nintendo Switch Online, then you can join a online game. So this is where the Nintendo Switch Online functionality actually comes into play. It's not very significant and nothing too important. So if this is the only game on the Nintendo Switch that you want to play because you're a SpongeBob fan and don't play any other games, then don't bother getting Nintendo Switch Online. I do have Nintendo Switch Online because I do play Pokemon Sword and Shield, so yeah, it makes sense for that. But if you just wanted to try out Battle for Bikini Bottom and you bought a Switch for that, congratulations. And yeah, you don't really need a Switch Online for this game. So anyway, regardless, let's join an online game. Basically, this will auto-match you to other people. Alright, so here we are at the character selection stage. As you can see, we have our opponent, or partner at least, 47. He's going to be using Gary, and I think I'm actually going to be using... let's try Roboplankton, right? Let's just see what happens in... what kind of attacks Roboplankton has. Is it exactly the same as those ice beams that he shoots in the boss battle? So, we're over here. You can play as SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Gary, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs as well. Yeah, so that's the Robo Squidward. And if you notice, the music in the background is the Rock Bottom theme. Not great, to be honest. So all you have to do is essentially progress from island to island. You can see all the islands here. We have that little candy island that was supposed to be part of Patrick's dream, Robo SpongeBob, the inflatable arms, and there are 26 islands in total. So basically, each wave requires you to attack the robots. And whoa, look at that. So Roboplankton has giant lasers, and he can smash down too. Look at that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Personally, my favorite character to use in the multiplayer mode is Squidward, because he has his clarinet and he uses his clarinet to attack, right? So pretty cool attacks on par with Squidward. If we do have time, I'll just put that in later. I'm not going to be playing through all 26 islands. I just want to give you guys, especially those of you who don't have the game, a feel for what this multiplayer mode is like. Oh, and we drowned. Okay, so if you do drown, you just respawn at the previous island. So that's not too big of a deal. Although I'm not sure how Plankton actually drowns, because he's technically on a hovering bucket, isn't he? Like, look at that, he's on a rocket bucket. So I'm not sure how he manages to actually, you know, drown. But yeah, so anyways, sometimes we just don't need to ask questions about games. Okay, so next up, let's slam down on this guy. And as you can see, each island has a different layout, but it's not too big of a deal. I'm pretty sure it was pretty easy for the developers to bring this in, as compared to developing the rest of the game. I mean, there was a template for the rest of the game as well, so you know, they can't really get too wrong. But yeah, I personally feel like the main game is much better than this multiplayer mode, which should be the case actually. I mean, if this was better than the main game, then that would be something really wrong with the game. So now you notice, all you do in this multiplayer mode, I have leveled some criticism against this multiplayer mode throughout the playthrough. I mean, I've never actually showed you guys the playthrough, this multiplayer mode in the playthrough itself, but if you guys have actually been watching consistently, I have leveled quite a bit of criticism against this multiplayer mode, and the simple reason is because all you do is literally just destroy robots. There's nothing else to do in this multiplayer mode, and every island you clear, Robot Squid will just flush itself into the ocean, and then new platforms will appear, allowing you to proceed to the next island. Personally, I mean, what is the point? Like, this is generally, in my opinion, I don't see this as being fun at all. This is a Goo Lagoon themed island, but still, how is this supposed to be fun? Especially with the very creepy, boring music that you have playing in the background. It doesn't give you a semblance of fun. If you guys find this fun, well, you have the right to have that opinion. I'm not saying that you can't find it fun, but personally, I think there's really no big deal about this game. This multiplayer mode, not this game, this multiplayer mode. And all you do, literally, just defeat robots, and wave after wave, they just keep coming. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So after you defeat a robot, then you just literally do the same thing, you know. Robo Squid will flush himself into the ocean, and then you proceed on to the next level, the next island, 26 times. Okay, I mean, proceeding to the next island will be 25 because you already started at 1. But you get the idea, guys. Okay, so now proceeding on to island number, what is this, 5 now? Yeah, island 5. Okay, so as you progressed through the... Oh, we died. Okay. Yeah, as you progress through the islands, you'll see more of the, more difficult robots. So far, we've only seen the generic robots, as well as Tartar and the Hembot, yeah, that thing, as well as G-Love. So yeah, nothing too crazy, and I feel like I'm not really helping my gameplay partner here. and you can actually see how successful you are in the multiplayer mode just by looking at the number of shiny objects, right? Because the number of shiny objects will tell you, well, generally how many robots you actually destroyed. And so far I've got 443, and my partner here has like 762. Okay, now 772. So he's way more successful than I am. I'm just launching fireballs. It looks like fireballs to me. Look at that. This is shooting the fireballs into the air. Okay, so over here we just have some remaining robots, and then let's get rid of them. So this is Tartar. And island cleared. So basically this just is a example of how the multiplayer mode works, and then once you complete a couple islands, you'll see this pad here, and then it just causes robot score to blow up a bit, and then you'll just move on to the next island. So as you can see here, we have the results: shiny objects, enemies, and KOs. I've been pretty lousy in this run, being KO'd 5 times. But anyway, too bad for our partner. We have to quit this multiplayer mode because it's getting a bit too long. So I think trying to get up to the 26th island will, well, take about 1 hour, maybe slightly more than that, because as you progress through this, of course you will have longer battles with more robots, and of course like the slick bot and the stupid thing that just, you know, the 3 robots in the bouncy in the floats, right? So I still have no idea what that robot is called. In fact, let's actually just go figure it out, because now since we have the game completed, the robot register in the police station will be, well, fully updated, and then we can just take a look at what that robot is called. Okay, so over here we just stand on this, and okay, so we've seen Monsoon. Okay, and then okay, so it's called Tubelet. Comes in 3s or in 6-packs with coupon. Inexplicable jello attack. Stays crunchy even in milk. Sorry, I don't get it. What does that have to do with what it actually does? Oh well, I mean, because if you guys actually played the game or you've been watching, this robot literally comes in 3s, right? And it spins around spraying flames. So I'm not sure what jello has to do with that, and yeah, oh well. Okay, so this Laserbot, I've been calling it Laserbot for the longest time, is called BzzBot. Lemon-scented gamma ray attack. Somewhat unpredictable, borrows money without returning it, and blasts things at random. Okay, so a little bit weirder bot there. And then we also have Offdog. Pesky little critter, bots the hand that feeds it. Impressive array of tricks, fetches sponges, chases squirrels, and spontaneously combusts. Okay, and then we also have, oh, this is Tartar. Sleepy time, mostly harmless unless woken. Somewhat moody, likes to express himself by blasting everything in sight or finger painting. Does it even have fingers? I mean, it's like claws, right? Like wrenches. His claws are wrenches. Okay, and then we also have our famous Slick. Disgusting oil blob attack. Doesn't wear underwear or bathe very regularly. Just the kind of robot your mom warned you about, kids. Wow, okay. Then we have the Chomp Bot. Plankton again. So yeah, I think we've gone through most of these before. So here's one mean varmint. Packs is 45.45 caliber cat crusher. Most powerful doghouse made. Okay. And then we've got the bomb bot. We've got the Chuck. We've got G-Love. And we've got Fodder. And of course, the ham bot. And Tartar, I mean, I'm just gonna go, yeah, I think I went through everything here. So there are 15 entries in total. And yeah, I guess that is about it. Now, okay, so to end of this video series, and the video series, we will be paying up 40,000 shiny objects to the ticket guy at the ticket booth. So let's get there right away. I mean, you know, I would go faster if I could. Again, SpongeBob, the characters walk way too slowly. It would be fun if they had like a fast walk, right? So if you press a certain button, then they'll walk faster. Again, one of the improvements I think is really needed, but I do not think will be implemented. So yeah, comment box below, do you guys actually want a feature like that? I mean, you know, it sounds pretty useful to me. I mean, it's definitely going to be useful to me. But anyway, over here at the ticket sale booth, let's press R to talk.
Hello, sir. May I help you?
One movie ticket, my good man.
Okay, pay 40,000 shiny objects to enter the theater. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There we go. So now we are down to 214 shiny objects, but it doesn't matter because there's literally nothing else for us to do. So let's press R to enter the theater. Okay, so let's see what kind of art awaits. Whoa. Okay, so we've got Squidward in his home, you know, from at the start of the game. We've got Robot SpongeBob. This is a photo from higher elevation, I guess. You can also see the Duplicatron 3000 in the background there. And then we've got the Flying Dutchman with his laser eyes. Mrs. Puff in downtown Bikini Bottom with a little steering wheel on the building there. Then we've also got Mr. Krabs at the Goo Lagoon Pier. Robot Patrick, of course, at the Industrial Park. The entrance to the Sport Mountain battleground against King Jellyfish, and we've got Bubble Buddy there. And the Kelp Forest campsite with Mrs. Puff. Mermaid Man with, you know, those power generators. Were they power generators? I'm not even sure. Never mind. Okay, so basically in the Mermaid Lair. And then we've got Robot Sandy at the Poseidon. And we're back here. So yeah, not too... I mean, to be honest, I think the 40,000 shiny objects was a waste because I thought there was going to be some kind of concept art like the original game. But apparently not. We just have screenshots from the game. So is it worth it? No. Okay, so guys, if you have not paid that 40,000 shiny objects and you don't have 40,000 shiny objects, really don't bother. It's really not worth it. Although we can actually walk around here now, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not worth the 40,000 shiny objects, but we get to walk around this movie theater and and we can also use our attacks in this movie theater. So yeah, 40,000 shiny objects just went down the drain like that. So again, if you do not have 40,000 shiny objects and you are planning to farm them from the Goo Lagoon site or in Sand Mountain, just don't bother. Okay, so let's press R to exit and we'll end off this video and end off the series after 36 videos, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this journey through Bikini Bottom in Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. Keep it right here on Autumn SpongeBob 101. Now, I was thinking of whether to mention this or not, but this year, actually, 2020, is Ultimate SpongeBob 101's 10th anniversary here on YouTube. And I've never actually done this before, but it would be a real honor if we could hit 10,000 subscribers by our 10th anniversary on November 28th, 2020. So if you guys have not subscribed yet, please just click that subscribe button if you like SpongeBob content. I have, well, 10 years of content available on the channel, from back in the old days of SpongeBob DVDs to SpongeBob comics, book reviews, and all sorts of game playthroughs with SpongeBob Moves In, Nickelodeon Pixel Town, SpongeBob Krusty Cook-Off, and of course the latest mobile game on Apple Arcade, SpongeBob Patty Pursuit. So we've also got DVD collections, news videos, and all that. So, you know, hit that subscribe button. It will really mean a lot to me to be able to hit 10,000 subscribers by November 28th, 2020. So this brings us to the end of our SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom playthrough, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated playthrough. Thank you so much for watching, and from well, tomorrow onwards, or we'll be going back to our normal video schedule. If there's any significant SpongeBob news, you know, I'll just post it, a single video for it, and we'll have more Nickelodeon Pixel Town, and we'll also be wrapping up our SpongeBob Patty Pursuit video series in the coming weeks as well. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next SpongeBob video. Bye!